Today on Men Who Think That Women Can't Run Businesses, even though that woman helped you build up your own business, and then when you get your feelings hurt, you try to steal her business away from her, we have Hoang, who is the founder and owner of Boba Tea Protein. And this is Lauren Pon, a badass Asian American fitness influencer. Now in 2020, Neil, who goes by Bulk Panda, reached out to Lauren to help market Boba Tea Protein before it launches. And out of the goodness of her heart, without any compensation, she helped market his product pre-launch. I mean, look at the engagement on this one. And then 6 months after initially reaching out to her, he reached out to Lauren again to thank her because it was partially because of her support that his business is now a real business, and he's able to now crowdfund to expand his business. And for the next 2 years, Lauren helped to market his product without any compensation. Until 2.5 years after they first met, where Lauren was so impactful for his business that he made her the first sponsored athlete of Boba Tea Protein. And over the 2.5 years that they were working together, Lauren really thought that they were becoming actual friends. I mean, to the point that 10 months into being their first sponsored athlete, Neil, who lives in Texas, flew all the way to Los Angeles to visit Lauren and her boyfriend. This is at Lauren's house. But about a year before that visit, Lauren had actually posted a story to her close friends only about how she'd been developing a food-based product herself. Essentially a protein-dense version of Pocky Sticks, available in 2 different flavors that Lauren called Pon Pon. And when Neil saw that story, he didn't reach out to Lauren, he reached out to Lauren's boyfriend, writing, "Bro, I want to be involved in this so badly." And Lauren was like, "Oh yeah, we're friends. I helped you with your business. I guess you're about to help me with mine. Sure, why not?" Except for the next close to 1 year, all they did was go back and forth on how much Neil thought that he deserved in Lauren's company. In addition to also making demands that he gets executive decisions of Lauren's company. To the point that Lauren's lawyer emailed her privately outside of the group email chain to be like, "Hey, are you sure you want this? Because Neil has been asking this for a while and this is your company. Are you sure you want this?" And his demands were so out of line to the point that he was demanding for final approval of whatever companies that they collaborate with, to the point that Lauren was like, "Hey, this sounds like you're the leader here." And he tries to gaslight her, being like, "No, this is best for you." Until it started becoming very obvious that Neil didn't care about Lauren's company Pon Pon at all and was only concerned about protecting his company Boba Tea Protein, to the point that Lauren called him out and he's like, "It is." And she's like, "It doesn't seem like you care about Pon Pon at all." And he's like, "Yep, that's exactly it." And even then, Lauren tried to work with him and compromise by being like, "Fine, I won't work with any of Boba Tea Protein's competitors, but I should have final say on who we partner with because it's my company." To which Neil replies, "Who is advising you on these negotiations, or if this is genuinely all your original thought?" To which point Lauren says, "Yeah, it's my thought." And he replies, "I'm finding that difficult to believe." So Lauren's like, "Hey, I don't think this is working out." And she graciously offers him $10,000 to just leave. At which point Neil sends her these 2 documents claiming that because he worked 23 hours over the last 2 years for Pon Pon, that she now owes him $66,000. As well as trying to make her sign an NDA. Until one day out of the blue, Lauren gets a message from her manufacturer, Pon Pon, stating, "Hey, dear Neil." And she quickly realizes that Neil went behind her back even though she didn't give him the information for her manufacturer, and then lied to the manufacturer pretending like they're still working together so that he could steal her recipe and formula for Pon Pon. And then 2 months after that interaction, he registers this company, Sugoya Snacks, Neil Hoang is the owner, because he's trying to steal her product that she developed, doing over 82 iterations to get the product just right. And if you're like, "Oh, this must be a misunderstanding,"